Nice hit. I love the action on this rod. Look at that bend. And he really grabbed that crankbait. You are a beautiful fish, you. You don't mind this nasty weather, eh? Come here. You going to jump again? I want you to get your energy out, but not bite my lure off. Oh, there we go. Nice pike. Hit so well. Beautiful fish. And I'm just going to drop him. I don't need the net. Gone. Am I breathing heavy? Up. I love the way that rod tip bends when you set the hook into a fish. Oh yeah, this guy's a bit bigger. Nice belly. Nice chunky largemouth. Ah, they're getting a little bit bigger. Beautiful fish. Wow. Gone.
Let's go fishing. People, when you're in the mood, let's go fishing. Well, it's just me and you. Head on down to the fishing hole. Grab your hat, get your pole. Let's go fishing when you're in the mood.
Canadian Sport Fishing, brought to you in part by Rapala, premium fishing gear crafted from experience. Raymarine Electronics, Raymarine, simply superior. Pro Sports Boats, tame the waters.
Second cast with Backwoods baitcaster, multi-species. This is the Rainshadow blank. And you know me and crankbaits. This is a decent bass. Okay, time to see if it'll handle lifting a fish in the boat. You know what? That's a hefty bass. No problem swinging it. This is the Rainshadow. Look at it's the LS glass. And it's rated 12 to 20 pound, 3/8 to 3/4 ounce. And I'm telling you, this fish felt good. Smack that crankbait. A nice bass to start things off with. Second cast, respectable. 12, 13, 14, 16 inches. Beautiful fish. It's got a little spot on the back, kind of like a peacock bass. And there you go, Mr. Largemouth. So you can see there's lots of leaves on the water, and the leaves on the trees are starting to drop off. Again, I'm testing this Backwoods Rainshadow blank. Castability, excellent. I'm casting crankbaits, which is one of my favorite way to cast. The other day we were out getting channel catfish up to about 32, 33 inches. Right now I'm casting a light crankbait. And you can see the way it casts pretty far. It's got just the right action. I love that first 20 inches of a flexible tip. And then the rest, you get into a really stiff shaft. I just landed that first bass. And I heaved it in the boat, no problem. So I don't know that I'm going to do that with a 5 or 6 pounder, but I just wanted to see how good the spine was. Feels good. I love this carbon grip. I'm just going to cast out a little bit farther. Man, great casting. I love that lag time on the tip. You can see the action, the wobble on the tip from the crankbait. That's because the tip is soft and the rest of it is nice and firm. Feels good in my hands. I love also I'll call them heavy duty guides. These guides, the finish is exceptional. The butt is just the right length, and I like the little Canadian flag. Built right here in Ontario. So, let's see if we can get another fish on. I can do this all day long. You know, when you fish a lot, you come to appreciate quality gear, whether it's the lures, the reels, the line, and especially a handcrafted fishing rod. It's a nice perch. Oh yeah. If I was getting perch for eating, I would keep a perch this size, but I'm not, so it's his lucky day. Felt him though, very sensitive rod. Okay. Nice hit. Hopefully I got a good hook set. Oh yeah. It's a nice northern. You know, I find that northern pike like it when the water gets colder. Oh yeah, and he's not hooked too bad, which is good. No problem. Yeah, handling a fish that size. Gorgeous pike. I think we're gonna have to use the net on him. Are you done, buddy? You gonna throw the hook? Come here. There we go. Good fish. Oh yeah. Yay, my lure's out. That's a good thing. Hey, 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 hey. Relax. We're going to throw you back. Look at beautiful northern. I'm not targeting big fish, just having fun. 4, 25, 26, 27, 28 inches. Good sized fish. I'm going to get him back in the net. And didn't have him out too long. That water's cold, so you should have tons of energy. Come on. You hit nice and hard. You gonna go, Mr. Pike? Oh yeah, he's playing a sleeper. I love to fish. And if you're enjoying our videos, our TV shows and tips, I would encourage you to subscribe to our channel, like what you see, and share it with people that you think would benefit. Plus, you'll also get updates if you subscribe so that you see every time I list a new video. What are you? Man, this rod feels good. Nice head shakes. Got a big bass, pike. Ooh, nice bass. I think I'm going to need the net on this one. Beautiful fish. Pretty well all the weeds are gone, so you can probably see down. Okay. So it's almost like a bare bottom. There. Nice bass. You see the size of the other one? He is 12, 13, 14, 16 again. Gorgeous. No problem getting these fish. You know, some people think that crankbaits only work in the summertime, but I'll tell you what, they work right through the fall. Yeah, so as I was saying, you know, I'm here, look at, I'm even down in like 2-3 feet of water, and the weeds have died, and anything that's left is laying right on the bottom. You've got all the leaves there. So the bass are still here. They're just off, you know, casting off into the deeper water. So they're ready to migrate. This is actually one of my favorite times of the year to fish, because I get some really big bass and really nice pike. When Daniel at Backwoods Custom Fishing Rods contacted me, after we started talking, one of the first things that I asked him was if I could stop by and see where he builds the rods and to try some of the rods out. One thing that I've learned over the last 38 years is that it's one thing for someone to tell you something. It's one thing to actually go and see the products, even test them and so on. There's an old adage, you know, if you want something, you got to get it from the horse's mouth. And that's an idiom. And it means that if you want to know how old the horse is, you look at its teeth. You don't just take somebody's word for it. So anyway, I met Daniel where he had all of his rods up in Wasaga, Ontario. And I looked at all the different rod blanks and actually took a couple of my Ducket rods. And I said, you know, can we make the same action rod, but out of higher quality material? And he said, yeah, I can do anything. He's been doing it, I think, since the late 60s or something. So he has quite a reputation for building multi-species rods. Everything from musky rods, which I felt in my hand. I saw the curvature, right down to ultralights, trout rods, drift rods. I'm getting a 13-foot 4-piece made by him. But one of the rods that he's put together is this baitcaster. This one is 7 foot 2 inches long. It's rated 12 to 20 pound test. The one thing I've got to tell you, one pet peeve that I've got about line rating, when all rods are rated for pound test, it's not really pound test, it's the line diameter based on monofilament. So for example, I'm using 20 pound braid I've got on this reel that I've got loaded up. It's Suffolk's, I think it's 832. So 20 pound braid is the line diameter of 6 pound test. So it actually falls underneath the 12 to 20 pound, but it's much stronger. It's 20 pound test, right? So you could load this a baitcaster with up to like 40, 50 pound braid and still be within the specs, the 12 to 16 pound monofilament diameter. So what I like about this rod is a few things. Number one, you know, what makes a good rod? A good rod is made up, number one, of a good blank. And this is a RS Rainshadow blank. You can see it right there. The blanks are very well made. I asked him if he spines his rods. So you can't see when a rod is finished if it's spined, but spining means that when they roll the material to make the blank, there's an end to the material. And usually there's a thicker spot all along the blank and also a thinner spot, the rest of it. So you have to look at the back of the blank and you rotate it and you look to see where the heaviest part of the blank is. That should be the spine, like on our back. So if it's a spinning rod, the spine should be at the top because the rod bends this way. If it's a bait casting rod, okay, it's going to be curving the other way, but the spine should always be on top. So on a spinning rod, the spine should be where on the back of the guides. On a bait caster, it should be, the guide should be on top. That way you have the maximum strength from the rod. So one thing that I really like about the Backwoods rods is that they're spined right. They use very high quality blank material when they put any of their rods together. Nice hit. I love the action on this rod. Look at that bend. Oh, did he get me down in the weeds? Oh, pike. Yeah. Nice pike. Oh, he really grabbed that crankbait. You are a beautiful fish, you. You don't mind this nasty weather, eh? A little bit of rain. Cold. Good. Beautiful. Come here. You going to jump again? I want you to get your energy out, but not bite my lure off. Oh, there we go. Good. Oh, chunky fish. Oh, that was fun. Man, he ate it. Now what? Some line out, and I'm going to take the hook out. Hopefully we're going to release it unharmed. Oh yeah, he's not hooked too bad. Just one there. Good. There. Nice pike. Hit so well. Beautiful fish. And I'm just going to drop him. I don't need the net. Gone. Some people ask me, you know, what's the benefit of having a two-piece rod or a one-piece rod? And I tell them hands down that if you have a one-piece rod, your rod's going to be more sensitive and it's going to be stronger, especially when you hook up a fish. So what I've been using this morning is the 7-foot 2-inch. This is the Rainshadow blank from Backwoods custom built rods, and it's 7 feet 2 inches long and it's one piece. Now you know, when I'm driving from location to location, especially if I'm shore fishing, I use a Volkswagen Golf. It's a small car, but you know what, no problem fitting 7-foot rods even longer in there. If I'm using like a 13-foot steelhead rod, then I'll get it in 3 pieces or 4 pieces. So and that's because you can't put a 13-foot rod in any vehicle that I know of, and I've got a Dodge 2500 with an 8-foot bed. So you know, one thing that I would say is if you're looking to get a sensitive, powerful rod, look for one that's one piece, even though they're not as easy to transport around. And one thing that I've really learned since working with Duckett is to get a rod where the first 20 inches has a nice curve and then the rest of it has a good backbone. So that curvature, the more flexible tip, shows you the action of the lures and I love to cast crankbaits and other lures, and I want to see the action. As soon as that action stops, I know it's either a fish or a weed or I'm hitting bottom. And also when you go to cast, so if you load your cast properly, you cast out, and then the last thing that happens is that softer tip kicks the lure out, and you get maximum castability. And when you're cranking, when you're reeling, whether it's a spinner, I don't care what you're using, it could be a Ned rig, it could be anything with some of the smaller, shorter or lighter rods, is that when a fish picks it up, you have a little bit of lag for that split second as you're setting the hook to make sure that that fish has the lure in its mouth before you set the hook. Am I breathing heavy? Up. I love the way that rod tip bends when you set the hook into a fish. Nice largemouth. You know, they don't jump out of the water when the water gets colder, but they're still excellent fighting fish. Oh, nice size. We've got some great bass fishing in Ontario, let me tell you. Even late season. Oh yeah, this guy's a bit bigger. Nice belly. Oh, you know what? I'm a little bit out of breath there. Look at the colors on this fish. There, got that out. Look at it. Nice chunky largemouth. Ah, they're getting a little bit bigger. Beautiful fish. Wow. Measurement on him. Is he bigger? Oh yeah. This one is 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, almost 17 inches. Gorgeous fish. Gone. I love to fish. And if you're enjoying our videos, our TV shows and tips, I would encourage you to subscribe to our channel, like what you see, and share it with people that you think would benefit. Plus, you'll also get updates if you subscribe so that you see every time I list a new video.